What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a very interesting rumor that I'm 100% sold on. Now, I don't know if the rumor is 100% right? You know, obviously rumors can go either way, but if this is true, I am sold 1,000%. So the tweet comes from Wario, but the originator, right, is Insider Gaming, who, you know, I do trust. You know, Tom Henderson, his site, they do an excellent job, and I mean, they've gotten way more right than wrong. I imagine this is correct. Rumor, Dead Cells developer Evil Empire working on a new Prince of Persia roguelike game, the Rogue Prince of Persia, for Steam Early Access later this year. It would receive constant free updates and evolve over time based on community feedback. Art direction inspired heavily from the Franco-Belgian comics. Now, okay, I'm not a bit, and I've said this before, so this shouldn't be all that shocking. Not a massive fan of, number one, I guess, early access, and number two, games that kind of evolve and change over time. Now, that doesn't mean that no game can do it. In fact, I would actually think to Hades, which I didn't play in early access, but I played after. But there's many games, you know, even beyond Hades. But Hades is a good one that I think, even roguelike, where this makes a lot of sense. You can do early access, you can do it really well, and the game is just an elite game, right? Now, the thing that, of course, makes me the most excited about this and wanting it to be real is really that first paragraph. I mean, it's really like one sentence, right? Dead Cells developer. Now, a thing you should know about me with Dead Cells, I came onto that game extremely late. I came onto that after the Castlevania update or DLC, and I didn't play that yet. I actually have still not played it, but I played that game for my third channel, Podcast Now Back to the Past. Freaking love it. One of the best, I believe, roguelike games that there is. Now, I mentioned Hades. I think Hades might be my absolute favorite, but I mean, if you're giving Dead Cells the opportunity, and we know that they've moved on, right? Like, they've issued statements and they've ended support and all that jazz. We knew they were moving on to a new thing. I guess this is the new thing. Like, it makes sense, right? Like, we've heard that part of it. We don't know what they've been working on, but, you know, is it possible Ubisoft comes in? And this would be a really smart idea. By the way, this is not Sands of Time remake, which is still going to make people upset, and I guess this would also be another different kind of Prince of Persia game like we got with The Lost Crown earlier this year. So there is always going to be, I think, a little bit of backlash to it, but let me just, stop those people. And I know there's actually some very kind people that believe that are, fans of the channel. Let me stop you individuals right there when I say that, I think Dead Cells is just such a amazing game. I think the studio is an amazing talent. If they're working on something anywhere similar to Dead Cells and they're doing it for Prince of Persia, yes, 1,000% yes. We will get Sands of Time within the next 10 years. Let's just take what's given to us. Not that we have to bow down and accept everything, but I think this is going to be an elite product if that's true. And I think, again, that's really smart from Ubisoft, right? They see somebody or a team that's very good at their craft. They go in and they say, we can do that for Prince of Persia. Do you want to do that for Prince of Persia? And they go from there. I think that's a genius move. So if this is true, I would say somebody at Ubisoft, you know, deserves some sort of applause, right, for kind of pulling this thing together. And I think this game would work. Again, the early access and evolving over time, I'm generally not a fan of, and I would prefer not. I'd prefer not. I prefer a game just comes out and it's done, and you have the lead up to it and all that jazz. I do understand that's not how every game works. Sometimes, you know, the developers almost need the money. It's kind of like a fundraising period in and of itself. I am also willing to accept it, you know, when I have a bias or when it makes sense for me to. So, when Hades 2 does it in another month or two, of course I'm going to support it. When this game does it, of course I'm going to support it. I feel like you almost kind of have to, me personally, I feel like you have to win my trust. So, Hades won my trust. If they need early access for Hades 2, of course I'm going to give it to them. This studio, you won my trust, proving that Dead Cells is an amazing game. If you need to do an early access thing for your next game, I'm totally on board, right? Maybe not the case for every game, but definitely for, I guess, those two examples. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.